Hi there. Okay, so for those of you with this how dare you, looking to be offended attitude, where is this coming from? Well, when we are filled with self-righteousness, meaning that we think that we know better or we are better than someone else, then we might be easily offended by someone with a different attitude or a different point of view. Here's the thing. Know who you are, know what you stand for, but allow other people to have their point of view. So when we come up with, how dare you say this about me? How dare you say this about my religion? Here's the thing. God can take care of himself, herself, and you can take care of yourself. There's no need to be offended. When we're offended, it's because we're looking to be offended. And that used to be me, I can tell you. When I had this know-it-all attitude, it was the opposite. The more I know, the less offended I become. And so when our self-esteem is low, but we have a know-it-all attitude, these things are in opposition. And we tend to want to fight with other people. But here's the thing, we can always learn from others. So allow people to have their own opinion. Allow people to have their point of view. You know, I just saw a clip from Saturday Night Live where Dave Chappelle was making humor about everybody. That's what a joke is. That's what a comic does. They make fun of everyone. And guess what? I'm starting to do stand-up. Yes, I am. Spiritual stand-up. So here's the thing. When we're able to laugh at ourselves, that's a gift. It's a beautiful gift. So instead of being offended, learn to laugh at yourself. Now, I did a video on my personal page just a few moments ago. What I'll tell you about that is I lit my hair on fire by accident. And now, a few years ago, 10, 15 years ago, I would never have shared that because I would be afraid what people would think of me. Now I don't care, because it's not that I don't care about you. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't care what people say about me, because I know who I am. Not only do I know who I am, I love who I am. So I am not looking to be offended. I am not looking to fight with other people. Everyone is entitled to be who they are, to have their own opinion. And I am telling you, I am not PC, I'm not politically correct, because I think it's absolutely divisive, derisive. It's tearing our country apart, tearing our society apart, tearing communities apart. You know, we need to be more inclusive as opposed to dividing. This divide and conquer stuff, that's exactly what it's about. All of these different social, the CRT theory, Black Lives Matter, it is division. And we are easily controlled when we're divided. So we are all brothers and sisters. We are all brothers and sisters on a human journey of experience, learning something new every day. So don't be offended when somebody says something that doesn't agree with your political views. Maybe you might learn something. So instead of being offended, what can I learn from this? Does this resonate with me? Do I agree or disagree with this point of view? What research do I need to do so that I understand what this person is saying or where they're coming from? So what I've started doing, instead of just reading spiritual books, and I've got 6 books going all at the same time. I'm reading a book on Buddhism. I'm reading a book on Japanese healing. I'm reading a book called Keeping Faith. It's a fictional book, but wonderful. So don't just focus on one area. Read across all different genres. Why? Because you're going to light up your brain, and our brain loves to learn. And there's so many different opinions, not just yours. And so listening to what other people say without arguing or fighting, just allow yourself to take a step back instead of feeling like you need to be right all the time. Sometimes we need to just be quiet. Allow people to say what they want to say. We don't need to cut people out of our lives because they're not in agreement with our political views, do we? I don't think so. You know, within my own family, we've got differences of opinions. I see things from a very different perspective today than I did 6 years ago. Why? Because I'm listening to Jordan Peterson, I'm listening to Joe Rogan, I'm listening to Russell Brand, all sorts of different perspectives rather than just one. And I've stopped watching the news. So as sovereign beings, you know, we need to be learning and growing every single day, and there's other ideas out there besides ours. So expanding our mind, allowing us to have a great appreciation for others. Wow, you have a difference of opinion. I don't need to fight with you. I don't need to prove that I'm better than you. I don't need to prove anything, nor do you. So, allowing others to be who they are, being more inclusive as opposed to dividing. More inclusive. We don't have to be on the same team to love one another. I hope this helps. So, rather than fighting with everyone, rather than having righteous indignation, allow things to roll off you like water off a duck's back. I had a spiritual teacher say that to me years ago, and I didn't understand it. We don't need to take things personally. And the less things that we take personally, so if somebody's a Democrat or a Republican, doesn't matter, does it? They still have love in their hearts. Does it make one wrong or one right? There's room for all sorts of opinions and all sorts of ideas. And that is how we grow, by listening to others' ideas and opinions, as opposed to, no, if you're different than me, you need to, no, take your stuff out the door and leave. No, because then you're gonna divide your entire family. So be more inclusive, more loving, more, oh, I had a bird on my balcony. There we go, right? We all need more love, not less. We need more acceptance, not less. We need more inclusion and less ostracization. Whatever that word is. I'm sending you lots of love today, coming to you with lots of joy in my heart. And yeah, I still have some hair, even though I did set my head on fire the other night. I love you. Have some fun with life. You know, life is not worth living if we're not laughing about the stupid shit we do. I love you. Thanks for being here.